Could either of these sides, Adebayo, Akinfenwa, realistically challenge for the Premier League title?
You know what the funny thing is? Because I remember when Leicester was doing this and I was like, they're going to blow up, they're going to blow up, they're going to blow up. And listen, I think it's very, very unlikely that they'll continue this to the end of the season. But, and my best friend's an Arsenal supporter, so I hate giving him props and their team. But
Erling Haaland stabbing over from 4 yards.
I was watching, I paused. I'm sorry, my people. I paused. But, like, the funny thing is, Arsenal always played attractive football. They always. And at the moment, they've got somebody who either scoring or he seems like he's the finishing article to the puzzle. The only thing is where... and this is not to disrespect Arsenal whatsoever.
He's definitely about to disrespect Arsenal.
No. The reason why I'm saying this is because Jesus has scored goals at City. If you look at his stats at City, he scored goals. It's just he was around other world-class players. And now he's come to Arsenal. It's all of a sudden... They're saying, "Oh, is he a world class?" He was doing this at City. He was scoring goals. It's just because I think Arsenal's been used to not winning games, and now he's come there and he's winning games. But Jesus, he's been a baller since City. Like,
did you see the first goal that Arsenal scored? The take from the sky from Jesus. Then he drops the shoulder. He takes out pretty much the entire Bournemouth defence. But you know what? He could have gone for glory. I think a lot of players, when they've done that, the adrenaline would be flowing. You get your shot away. You think this could be a worldie goal. He rolls in Martinelli, his shot saved, and Ødegaard taps in. That's what makes him world class. That mentality, that football brain.
Do you know what I think you're more seeing now is the growth, as in the sense where the onus is on him. Whereas in City, the onus wasn't on him. The onus would have been on Kevin De Bruyne, and the onus would have been on Sterling or Gundogan. So that they would have got the props. So he was always felt like, and I'm just talking where he had to fight to be heard or to be seen. Whereas he knows now at Arsenal is no matter what he does, he's heard and he's seen. And that's the growth. And that's what you want. That's what Arteta's would have wanted, him to be a leader. So he can do all that stuff. And then rather it just being about him, he brings in his teammates. But the qualities, that has never been in question. It's just now you're seeing it where it's all eyes are on Jesus.
And Zinchenko as well. I didn't realise how good Zinchenko was, probably actually until watching him in that playoff match for the World Cup against Scotland, when he was absolutely terrific, particularly against Scotland, maybe not so against Wales. But I watched him yesterday, and he's so clever, and it's such an intelligent football brain. And the way that him and Xhaka are intertwining, so if Zinchenko goes forward, Xhaka almost just sits back and finds himself in the left-back position. I think his arrival is really getting the best out of Granit Xhaka. And I guess what that shows is just how good Manchester City are, because when Zinchenko was playing for them, he was just another player. Now he's at Arsenal. He looks like an absolute superstar.
Yeah, I mean, what it also shows is I was correct in my prediction that this could be the sign of the summer.
Even the stop clock is right twice a day.
But look, I've always liked him. I think he seems like a great guy. He seems like a leader on the pitch as well. And you're right. For me, this Arsenal team is the best Arsenal team I've seen for an extremely long time. And I think these could go the distance in terms of staying up there. Okay, they haven't gone for a blip yet. People question who they've played. They played Crystal Palace on the first game, who, by the way, then went to Liverpool and drew, and then turned over Aston Villa at Selhurst Park. So, you know, they're no mugs at Crystal Palace. They're a good side, and they could have got something out of the game. They didn't, and that was the character of Arsenal, to actually stay in that game and then score again and win that game. I think Zinchenko's a great signing. Jesus... And I kind of give that little speech, a little apology, because I said he was a good signing, not a great signing. He is turning out to be a sensational player. Not turning out, because as you said, Bayo, he's always done this. He's always been, but he's never been the main player. Now he's the main player, and you can see he is relishing that. He's loving being the main player. And as a Spurs supporter, it's scary that Arsenal are actually on this form. Spurs are picking up points, not playing too well at the moment. Arsenal are playing fantastically well and kind of demolishing everyone at the moment.
First time since 2004 that Arsenal have won all three of their opening Premier League games. They've also named the same 11 3 times in a row for the first time in 19 years as well. So very happy camp at Arsenal at the moment. You mentioned Tottenham there. Did we see the benefit of Ivan Perisic in the second half? Harry Kane taking all the headlines with that record-breaking goal, 250 for Tottenham, 185 in the Premier League, the most since the competition began for one club. But I thought Perisic really stepped it up, particularly in the second half, because let's be honest, Wolves should have been in front at half-time.
Yeah, of course, it's Perisic's second assist for Harry Kane as well. So Harry Kane is already loving the fact that Perisic is there at Spurs, and he's thriving off that. He knows when Perisic gets the ball in certain positions that he's going to put it in an area, and you'll know this, Bio, that the forwards love, and they just get on the end of it. That was a striker's finish. We've seen a few of those already this season, where it's a corner flicked on, obviously Perisic with a little flick on, and Harry Kane making the right movement, being, people say the right place at the right time. He's not. Kane's more than likely in the right place all the time, and then the ball comes, and that's why he's scoring all these goals. But again, like I said, particularly first half, Wolves were on top. They were the better side, but Spurs, again, 3 games last season that Spurs would have lost, and they didn't. They've won 2 and drew 1, so they've picked up 7 points. Not playing particularly well, and that is a positive for any Spurs supporter, that you're now going to see the Spurs team probably build on confidence, because they're not playing well and they're getting points. Build on confidence, and look, once they start firing like full, I think you're going to see another North London side really pushing for it.
Who finishes higher, Adebayo Akinfenwa, Tottenham or Arsenal?
Boy, at the start of the season, I said Spurs. And listen, we are 3 games into it. Arsenal look good if they stay fit. I just think Spurs have probably got a bit more depth in their squad than Arsenal. So if Arsenal lose a couple players, it could be problematic for them, especially if it's Jesus. So I'm gonna go Spurs.